Hello everyone, you're welcome again to my channel. My name is Temi. I'm an early childhood educator and I'm a licensed childcare provider in Canada. In this channel, I provide you with videos on how you can set up your own home daycare and how you can write up your policies and everything you need to be a family licensed childcare provider. So in my video today, my focus would be on how to set up your daycare space. So in my previous video, you may want to go and check it. My video was about how you can set up the different learning areas in your home daycare. So today I'll be focused on every other thing apart from the learning areas, things that you also need to put into consideration as you set up your daycare space. So let's get started. So here's the thing, a beautiful daycare is not just about learning areas, it's about everything behind the scenes that make your day run smoothly. The furniture, the storage, the nap, the cleaning, the feeding area, and all those little details that create a safe, organized environment for the children. So these are my tips based on my experience as a licensed home daycare provider and as an early childhood educator. So whether you are getting started or looking on how to improve your current setup, this video is for you, because on this video I'll provide you with practical insights that you can use right away. So let's get started. So before we jump into the equipment, let me save you some money. So when I first started, I was tempted to buy everything I saw online on Walmart, on Amazon and all of that. And online you see lots of beautiful space and everything, but this is what I learned: children don't need a perfect daycare. They need a safe, clean, organized environment where they feel respected and loved and free to learn through play. So before you buy anything, you need to ask yourself, is this safe? Will the children actually use this? Is it easy to clean? Those of us that don't really like cleaning. Is it easy to clean? Will it last? Then can it grow with different age groups? And you start with the essentials, because your daycare will grow over time and that's perfectly okay. So you don't need to rush things. So now let's go into the nap area. You need to create a comfortable nap area, because rest is a very important part of a child's day. Children need a space that is calm, that is comfortable, that is free from distractions. So for infants, you need to make sure that you have a safe space for them. The older children can use sleep mats or cots, but for infants, it's recommended for them to use a crib. But for the older children, you can get cots, like nap mats for them. And also you need to keep the room tidy. You reduce noise as much as possible. So if possible, you can dim the lights during nap to make them relax. You can play lullaby and soft music to help them sleep better. So, and you also need to ensure that each child's bedding is kept separately, and it will also make your laundry easier and keeps things organized, and it also saves time during cleanup. So a well-planned nap area will help the children to sleep better. Now the next area I'm talking about is the feeding area. Children love to eat, so this is a space that you do several times during the day, because children want to have snacks, they want to have food at every point in time, maybe 3 times: breakfast, snack, lunch, and all of that. So for your infant, you need to invest in a sturdy high chair with safety strap, because when the infants especially, are on the high chair, they need to be strapped so that they will not fall. And apart from that, you need to, if you are mindful of space, I would recommend you getting foldable high chairs. When I first started my home daycare, I got high chairs that were not foldable and they took lots of space. So eventually I had to discard those ones and give them out and got the foldable ones. So the foldable ones, high chairs, will save you lots of space in your home. So you can get the foldable ones if you want, and if you're okay, you have lots of space, you're okay to get the ones that are not foldable. And also for the toddlers and preschoolers, you also need to get child-sized table that would encourage independence. Children love being able to sit down and do things by themselves, because it gives them confidence and also builds their self-help skills. And also, if you'll be providing them with meals, choose dishes, cups, utensils that are durable and easy to clean. You can also keep their bibs organized. Then you have your paper towels and your cleaning supplies nearby, so you don't have to be running helter-skelter during the feeding area. Then you have to create a routine for cleaning and sanitizing after every meal. As soon as they're done eating, you wipe down the tables and ensure that everything is clean immediately after they finish eating. So the easier your setup is, the less stressful it is. So the next area I'll be talking about now is the entrance and the welcoming area. So the entrance is the first things that family sees when they come in the morning. So your entrance should be organized and simple to make arrivals less chaotic. So you should have a place at the door for their coats and their backpacks, depending on the setup of your daycare. Then a shoe rack or a shoe or boot tray. Then if possible, you can get a notice board or a whiteboard for reminders for parents. So another thing you need to do is to organize your storage. Storage may not sound exciting, but trust me, storage is one of the best investments you can make. So everything should have a home. You can have clear storage bins so that you can know what's inside each storage. So you can label the bins with pictures and words, and this would also help the children to be able to clean independently. They're able to know, oh, okay, this goes into this bin, oh, this goes into that bin. And no, children don't really like to clean up, right? They really don't like. Sometimes you have to encourage them to clean up and all of that, but when they see everything organized, it makes it easier for both you and the children. So you can think of storage for art supplies, extra diapers, children's personal belongings, extra clothing, naps, bedding, even outdoor toys and all of that. Even seasonal materials, have a storage place, and also ensure to rotate your toys, because when you rotate toys, it's also helpful for the children. So don't bring out all the toys at once. You can rotate the toys every few weeks. So there are different storage organizers you can get online. You can check Facebook Market, you can check Amazon. There are so many toy storage organization equipment you can get for your home daycare, and you can also have extra storage maybe in a dedicated place where you can actually bring out those toys, especially when you're doing toy rotation. And it also helps you to reduce clutter, and it makes cleanup much easier when everything has a place. Also, you need to choose the furniture that works. So that's my next point. You need to choose the furniture that works. So furniture is much more than tables and chairs. It's about how children move around on your space. You have to use low chairs that the children can easily reach. And whenever you have a tall furniture in your daycare space, ensure it is secured, because there's a risk of tipping over. You can create a cozy reading corner, furniture that is sturdy. Also set up your space for independence. One of my favorite things about a well-designed daycare is that children can do so much on their own. So you keep the books where the children can reach them, store the toys on low shelves, use labeled bins, arrange the materials so that the children can make simple choices independently. So the children can find what they need at every point in time, and can even help in the cleaning up, and they are learning responsibility even without realizing it. So let your environment be like another teacher. So the next point is that you need to make cleaning part of your setup. So what most people don't see is how much cleaning goes into daycare, because the tables need to be cleaned after meals, the high chairs needs to be wiped down, the bathrooms need regular cleaning, the bedding should be washed often, and those areas that are frequently touched to be disinfected. Toys should be cleaned regularly, and you have to keep all your cleaning supplies in one portable place away from the children. Make equipment checks part of your routine, because sometimes when children use these toys, they break it in the process. Some toys get cracked, some toys get broken, some parts would have loosened out, some chairs might get wobbly. So you can always make sure that you spend time to check around for your daycare, remove the cracked toys, all the loose parts, fix them. All those storage bins that are broken, you need to replace them. Damaged books, you might need to fix them. Anything that is broken and is no longer safe should be repaired or replaced. So these few minutes can actually prevent accidents, because you don't want to keep writing incident reports every time, and you want your children to be safe. So you need to be mindful and always watch out. If you see something on the floor, something that can be choking hazard for the children, you need to also take it away. So there are some things I wish I knew before I set my home daycare. We'll finish. And first, don't buy everything at once. Don't buy everything at once, because when you're starting the home daycare, you are interested, you are eager, you just want to go and shop, all of that. You don't need to do all of that. Don't buy everything at once, because you need to observe the children. You need to find out what they want and all of that. So you don't need to buy everything at once. Then invest in quality instead of quantity. Get quality ones, and it does not have to be expensive. You can check Facebook Market, you can check You can even get used ones, because there's some families that their children have outgrown some toys and they want to give them away, and they are very good toys. You can get some of that if you are working on a budget. And if you want to go on Amazon, check for the ones that are very durable. Whether you are using Temu, Shein, or wherever you are buying your stores from, ensure you are buying the quality ones. If not, you keep buying every time. So you also need to invest in quality instead of quantity. Then another thing is to label everything from the beginning. Label the toys, especially the storage bins. Okay, the animal toys are going in here, the blocks are here. Even label the areas to make things very convenient for you. And also, you need to choose furniture that is easy to clean. You see this one, I don't joke with it, because for example, if you get a high chair that has like a fabric material and it gets messy, you find out that you have to be washing every time. You get a material that is wipeable. Ensure whatever material you're using is wipeable, that you can easily spray down and clean. For your diapering area, you get a diaper mat that is easy to clean. Also, you need to keep extra bedding, extra clothes for unexpected accidents. You can also tell the parents to bring extra clothes for the kids. Also, you will take the toys instead of constantly buying new ones. So you can keep a set of toys for this week. The next week you bring another set, so you rotate them instead of buying new ones every now and then. One thing I want you to know, that children will not remember that you are doing color matching, whether your shelves is matching your decor and all of that, but they will remember how your daycare made them feel. The love, the patience, the laughter, the play, the fun, the sense of belonging they have. Those are the things that truly make a great daycare. Here is a quick checklist. Ask yourself, do you have a sleep area? Do you have a practical feeding space? How is your diapering area? Are your furniture child-sized? Do you have organized storage? How about your cleaning supplies? Are they kept away from the children? How about your safety equipment? Safety equipment is also very important. Fire extinguishers, carbon monoxide detectors, first aid boxes, and all of that is very important. Also need to ask yourself, do you have emergency contact information? You can also put that on your welcoming board, so in case there's an emergency, you know who to call, where to call, what phone number to use. Very important. Also, a welcoming entrance, the cubbies where the children can hang their hooks and jackets. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. In the next video, I'll be sharing the paperwork, the policies, and the daily systems that help me to run my own home daycare efficiently, and I'm sure you will not want to miss that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.